What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. In this video, I want to talk about build diversity. Now we see here I have Silo here with his signature weapon, the long shot. But what if I don't really want to use a gun, or if I want to be a little bit different? Now everybody doesn't have to have the same weapon or weapon loadout. Every Wayfinder can use every weapon in the game. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this and kind of think of what we want to do with Silo based on his abilities and stuff. Now Silo is more of like a CC type person. He puts dots on enemies. He uses a slow bomb and a fire bomb. So what we're going to do is switch here to these daggers, I think, and try maybe building some kind of a rogue set. Maybe a little assassination type rogue where he uses slows and bombs to do that. And that's something that we can do in Wayfinder. We're not limited to just playing that class we want to do. Thanks out to Airship Syndicate for letting me take a look at this and give you guys some information on it. But let's continue on into the video. One of the ways we can change up our build diversity, of course, while we're creating builds, is we're going to be working with the echo system, seeing what kind of echoes we want to use to increase certain stats of what we want to do. Like we might want to use crit rating and weapon power. So here we have like max health, crit power, max health and resilience, max health ability power, and then Kolar, the Beastmaster echoes triggered by landing a critical strike. Proc one of the beast effects. Vulture leaves a path of frost in his wake. Panther increases crit rating by a significant amount, and Bear slams the target, creating a small shockwave. We have our daggers. We can put specific echoes in here, and our trinkets and all that stuff to make sure that we're focusing on these stats that we want to increase for this type of build that we're building. Next, we would go into our abilities. Now, our abilities, we only get so many slots, so many ability points to use to decide what we want to level up. Now, if you look at these, I have level 3 in my Firebomb and in my Ultimate, and a level 1 for my Proto Clone. That's because as a solo player, you kind of want to live a little bit longer, right? So, level 1 increases the duration of the clone by 25%. I'm not using a gun, so I don't need level 2 worried about shooting a clone. And I could get up to level 3, but I decided I want to use those on the Firebomb, where we're increasing direct damage, we're increasing burn damage, and if an enemy dies while burning, they will detonate, dealing damage to nearby enemies. And then we also have our Ultimate, which is going to slow enemies by 40%, increases damage by 10%, and then affected enemies take 20% more damage for 6 seconds. So this is going to give us a lot of burst damage while slowing down our enemies and keeping them slow. The oil bomb didn't really have a lot of stuff going on for what I want to use it for. You see it burns enemies when hit with the pool of oil. Oiled enemies are more likely to be critical hit. We didn't have to worry about that because we're focusing that on our weapons and stuff. Plus, these particular weapons that we have also have their own ability. Performs a leaping stab attack that imbues your daggers with poison for the duration of blade dance, stacking a poison with each hit that deals damage over time, which stacks 10 times. So we're putting 2 dots on enemies, putting the fire dot and the poison dot when we use this weapon ability. So that's giving us a lot of damage there to take them out. Next, we have our affinities. Now, we talked about this in the echoes and stats section. There are affinity perks. We want to kind of look and see which one we want. We go and look at our affinity perks. We have increase the damage bonus of strategic advantage, and the ultimate meter slightly fills every time a basic attack hits a debuff target. We have increases crit chance by 10% against debuff targets, and hitting an enemy with ignite grants 1% ability power for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Now, figured those would work out pretty well, just trying them out for this, because you only get the 29 points as you level up to max level to use these. So I had to leave 2 of these out, so I could either make it so I was full on like 2 of them and have 1 empty, or I can do it to where it was like 2 1 1, or I can have 2 2 none, or you know, however that is. Because you can't just like pick the second one. You have to go around the whole ring to get to the second one. But as you still get past it, you can still put more points into it to get that bonus. So I have a 10% bonus on focus, which is affecting my max health, resilience, and crit rating. After that, we also have mastery. Now, mastery is another way to make a unique build in here. If we look at our mastery, as you level it up, you see this is leveled up to max 3. We have 3 different types of masteries we can look at. We have retaliation, which affects block counters. We have inspiring flourish, which affects crit chance per flourish point consumed. And then we have parry master, which increases the time you have to parry an attack and reduces the duration of a failed parry and grants a flourish point on a successful parry. So depending on our playstyle, how we want to do it, if we want to do a lot of blocking, a lot of parry moves, or we not really good at parrying, or we want to do a lot more crit damage or to get more crits off, we can select one of these. So I will activate Inspiring Flourish, and that will be my mastery for that. And you see we have masteries for all of these as well. These are rifles, this is your sword and shield, and then these are all of your heavy weapons that you can use here. Flail, scythe, big sword, big axe type stuff. And that is pretty much how our build diversity works in here. So one of the things people were concerned about again is just kind of sticking with certain classes or doing certain things. You watch my video on which class you should pick. You will see that I had a couple of different ideas with Silo. One would be like a tank with his ability, his taunt ability. You can still have like a little off tank on there. And then with his passive ability, you're doing some extra damage. 10% bonus melee and range standard shot damage to enemies that are debuffed. So you're putting down the slow, you're putting down, your fire bombs, whatever, and then you're still attacking them as a tank. Stuff gets a little bit hectic. Maybe you need to take a dash out of there, take a break, get some health, throw down your taunt, and then you can still well on them and take some damage, give them some damage like that. And I already just talked about the blades and the daggers and stuff. So it's like 2 other builds you can use, but other than having to be back in the back using your rifle. Take your sword and shield, buff your health, buff your defense, and now you're a tank that throws bombs. There's something you can do. Just think about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments. Make sure you like this video if you liked it or if it was useful. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again. Peace. Thanks again, Airship Syndicate. Bye.